Hello, and welcome to monthly melt of March 2022 segment of Backed. Uh, for this month, we discussed three games I've backed in the past, and this we're back on topic. We're one of the games you made me back.
I never make you back anything.
But this is actually a pretty good three.
Okay.
I will say. Well, two good, and then yours.
Sure, mine's good.
Where we left off was October of 2017.
All right.
The next game I backed wasn't until January 26th of 2018.
Okay.
So what's that, like 3 months, 4
Yeah.
months? So big gap there.
Well, that late time of the year, there isn't much.
But because I've been looking at all these,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm always backing game. I actually take like 2 months in between backs, or 2 to 3 months. But this one, it funded in January 26th of 2018.
All right.
Their original goal was 35,000.
Okay.
They reached 473,000.
Okay.
And some odd extra numbers. This is my favorite game of all time. That's not abstract.
Oh, okay.
It's from Sterling Games. There's a huge box right there. In fact, you could probably put it in screen if you could. The smaller one, if you want. Is there anything beside me? There's what's buried under MASH.
Well, this is not the one.
No, but
It's
you can see it's Everdale, not this one. That comes later. The original Everdale, which they must have changed ownership at some point. Because it used to say Sterling.
Yeah.
It will say who created the game, and it used to say Sterling Game. But now when I click on it, it says like what's it say? It's like Strategy Plus Games or something. So they must have been bought out, Sterling, at some point. But Everdale is a great tableau building worker placement game. It on BGG is the second best family board game out there.
okay.
Which darn that first one, which is what's it called? The one with the birds, Wingspan.
Yeah.
Wingspan always is popular for some reason than it. I mean, they're both good games, but I'm just more of an Everdale fan. So yeah, that was the best game I've ever backed.
Yeah, Everdale's a good game.
All the way back in 2018.
Everdale's a good game.
Now that there's the digital version,
Yeah.
I've played the digital version a lot on the Switch. My only gripe with it is everything's very small. And whenever you click something to read,
Yeah.
it's like that big. So I'm like, you gotta memorize what they do, which isn't too bad. But Everdale is the first thing I backed on this backed list. Next up, we get to your segment.
To my game.
Your game. This one I funded on March 9th, so a couple months later of 2018.
Of 2018, okay.
I can't say years. 2018. The original goal was 12,000. It reached a goal of 267,000 and some odd change. It's from Genius Games.
Oh.
It is a deck builder.
Subatomic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Subatomic, an atom building game.
Yeah, Subatomic.
It's
a good game. We haven't played it enough.
The problem is there's so many better deck builders.
Well, yeah.
It hinders itself by being a little bit too educational to be too fun for a deck builder.
Well, we've only played it a couple times.
Yeah. I think there's better Genius games out there. Because this was like one of their first games. This was like their second or third.
Yeah. Genius Games has some amazing stuff.
They've really come into their own now with some of their newer games.
Yeah.
But Subatomic, decent game, I'll say.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be my go-to deck builder.
Oh no, my number one game's a deck builder.
Yeah.
So, which you hate.
I don't know if I put it in like the top 10 even. School wise, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Throw it in a classroom. Teach kids atoms that way. But not in the board game realm. No.
Yeah.
And then lastly, for backed, you could actually pull up another box here. It's not the official one. It is from Roxley games. There you go. Now, it's not this, but it is Season 2 of Dice Throne. That's the Santa Krampus one. We'll get into that much later in back.
Yeah.
But we didn't back Season 1. I think we bought it through Tom.
I don't know how you did that.
So somehow we got Season 1.
I don't know. Dice Throne is an amazing game.
And we backed Season 2. That's where they really figured their thing out with how to store it,
Yeah.
how to set it up.
Yeah.
You know, they got it down. They got a new artist.
Yeah, Dice Throne is my number 2 game of all time. Yeah. I love Dice Throne.
Their original goal to shoot for was 54,000. They raised over 674,000. So they were the most successful out of the 3 this time around.
Okay.
That also ended on March 9th.
Okay.
So same day.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dice Throne, great game. It's Yahtzee with fighting Yahtzee.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. We have Dice Throne Adventures, but we haven't done that.
Yeah, we have to get to that. It claims to be more than 2 players, but
2 players is the way to go.
Yeah, never play with more than 2.
And I love using the gunslinger. That's probably my favorite character. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Dice Throne.
Eventually, I'll have to buy Dice Throne Season 1 re-rolled. Well, it comes with 2 more characters, and they say the 2 new characters are very fun.
Yeah.
Because then I can gift the original Season 1 or sell it.
Yeah.
But, those were our backed. It was Everdale, Subatomic,
yep,
and Dice Throne Season 2. The Battle Chest, as it was called.
Okay.
It was the first time they went with that system.
Yeah.
So let me know in the comments below if you've backed any of these games in the past.
Yep. And if you played any of these.
Yep.
Maybe if you don't own them, if you played any of them, what's your favorite of those 3?
Yep. If these are games that you ever wanted to play but didn't get a chance to.
Yep.
But yeah, that was this month episode of Backed. Thank you for watching this episode. Please do like and subscribe. Share it around. It does help. We're getting closer to our 50 people goal. We keep going from like 40 to 41 back to 40. Keep getting new people leaving and coming. Yeah. It's very interesting. But as always, stay sweet.